What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been quite a long time since I posted on this channel. I've been busy, I've been sick, I've been dealing with so many things for the past month or so. It's been ridiculous, and I really haven't had enough time to post on the channel. When I was gone, we did hit 100 subscribers. I know that's not a crazy big milestone, but honestly, I still take anything I can get. I'm still obviously grateful for everybody that has subscribed to the channel, all 100 of you. Shout out to everybody that has subscribed to the channel. And I understand that I've definitely been very inconsistent. I'm hoping for that to change. I'm hoping to get more free time very soon. I've been dealing with so many things right now. But I want to come back and give you guys my prediction because this Saturday, UFC, I think, was at 305. I don't even know the number anymore. But Leon Edwards, Belal Muhammad, I want to give you guys my prediction for the fight. Before I get into the prediction, I want to talk about Belal Muhammad for just a quick second because I am, I guess you can say, a Belal Muhammad hater. I don't, hate anybody. I don't hate Belal Muhammad. I'm just not a big fan of him. I think that he is just, he doesn't captivate me in any sort of way possible. Sorry, Bedtime MMA, my apologies, but in my opinion, I just don't think he's that entertaining as a fighter and as a personality. That's why I don't really care for him or like him all that much. But he went on a podcast, I don't know what podcast, to be honest with you, but I saw a clip on X, and he pretty much was talking about Leon Edwards, and that he was talking about how Leon Edwards is unpromotable, and he's talking about how Leon Edwards, when he speaks very low, he's not energetic, and that he's not promotable to the UFC, that he is definitely one of the most unpromotable champions, and there's a lot of things that are true about those statements that he said, but it's just bad because Belal Muhammad is saying these statements. It's like Belal Muhammad is not even a top 10 name, just popularity-wise in his own division. He's not. He is not a big name himself. He is as or more unpromotable than Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards is more promotable, more popular in every which way possible. Obviously, the head kick has a lot to do with that. And that has definitely helped. But I tell you right now, I think people will rather watch Leon Edwards than Belal Muhammad. I understand that Leon is not for everybody. He's definitely not super entertaining on and inside and outside the octagon. But I still take Leon Edwards any day of the week over Belal. It's just that the fact that Belal's saying all these things, talking about how unpromotable Leon is, it really doesn't make any sense. Because, bro, you are probably the most unpromotable fighter on the roster. It is so tough. I mean, literally, for years, you were probably supposed to get a title shot years ago, and the reason why the UFC didn't want to give it to you is because you're not a big name in the sport. You're the main event because, they're in the UK, and Leon Edwards is the undisputed champion in the welterweight division. You know what I mean? I don't know if you will say that he's a bigger... I guess he's a bigger name than Tom Aspinall. Maybe that's why he's in the main event, because to me, Tom Aspinall is more entertaining and, especially inside the octagon. Outside the octagon, he's a really likable guy, in my honest opinion. He's not a big-time trash talker, but I think he's very likable outside of the octagon. He seems like a really nice guy. Leon, to me, obviously, outside the octagon, he doesn't really do much or say much. It's really just a head kick. But Belal's not the reason why they're in the main event. The reason why they're in the main event is because Leon is probably the biggest name on the card, and he is the undisputed welterweight champion. That's why. It's not because of Belal Muhammad, because Belal Muhammad, I will say that you can argue that Curtis Blades is a bigger name than Belal Muhammad. That's how bad Belal Muhammad is. Let's just be honest. So all this talk about Belal Muhammad saying all these things about Leon, it just doesn't make any sense. It's kind of hypocritical because it's like, bro, you're literally describing yourself. Yeah, are you a little bit more energetic, I guess, than Leon when you speak? Sure, but nobody cares about anything that you say, Belal. Obviously, if you do somehow win, which I'll get into the prediction in a moment. If you do somehow win, then that's obviously going to add a lot of name value to yourself. But still, even then, a lot of people are not going to care about who you are. That's just how it is because of who you are. You are not a promoter. You're uncharismatic, and you're not super entertaining inside the octagon. Bro, I'm telling you right now, even if you win the title, you're still going to be probably still the most unpromotable champion in all of the UFC. So I don't care what he says, to be honest with you. I just found that clip earlier today, and I was like, dude, this is kind of hypocritical because he's kind of pretty much describing himself. But anyway, let's get into the prediction. Leon Edwards is going to completely dominate Belal. Belal Muhammad is 36 years old. Leon Edwards is 32. So Leon Edwards is still at the peak of his career. He's literally in his prime right now, currently. Belal Muhammad is obviously still a top-tier fighter at the age of 36. But right now, if we're talking about right now, I would say as a fighter, Leon Edwards is better in almost every which way possible than Belal Muhammad. I think the only thing that Belal has over Leon is grappling. Because Leon doesn't really use his grappling all that much. He usually likes to keep it standing. He did utilize some of his grappling against Colby Covington, and he was able to take him down. But he really doesn't utilize his grappling all the time. I think that he's mostly reliant on his striking. And yeah. But Belal Muhammad, don't get me wrong, I'll give you grappling. But every other which way, I think cardio, I think Leon is better. I think in striking, he is a lot better. Takedown defense, I mean, he's going to have to utilize his takedown defense for the most part. I don't think Belal is really going to I don't think Leon's going to shoot a takedown on Belal Muhammad, in my honest opinion, unless like he just wants to absolutely dominate it every which way possible, which I think he could do. But I doubt that he's going to try and take down Belal. But Leon Edwards' takedown defense is fantastic. I think he pretty much has everything except grappling on Leon Edwards' side. And I think that's what he's going to utilize against Belal Muhammad in this fight. I really believe that Leon is going to dominate Belal Muhammad. You know, there's going to be moments in this fight where Belal has great moments where maybe he wins maybe 1 or 2 rounds, but I really see only 1 round for Belal, and then the rest is going to be complete domination by Leon Edwards the rest of the way. I think Belal is going to start out hot, on fire in the first round. He's going to be the more aggressive fighter, especially to start out with, because this is his first opportunity at UFC Gold. And he's going to want to go in there and probably try and apply the pressure on Leon Edwards. But Leon Edwards, as we've seen in the past, is great against pressure. Kamaru Usman, his fight against Kamaru Usman in the trilogy fight, he handled the pressure of Kamaru Usman incredibly well. And I have to say this right now. I think Kamaru Usman right now is a better fighter than Belal Muhammad, in my honest opinion. I think that he is still a better fighter overall than Belal Muhammad is currently. I don't know if I would, because, I don't know how Kamaru Usman's knees are. He's obviously very injured. Maybe Belal has a chance just because of, obviously the cobblestone knees, as Lucas Tracy likes to say, of Kamaru Usman, because Kamaru Usman's knees are absolutely cooked. But that's besides the point. Hopefully we get to see Kamaru Usman fight again. Maybe his knees are not too much. I mean, it's a problem, but he's able to find a way to mask the pain, I guess, and he still fights pretty well, even with his 80-year-old knees. So shout out to Kamaru Usman for that. But anyway, back to this. But Leon Edwards does well in high pressure moments. He has been, right now, I think this is going to be his 4th straight main events of a pay-per-view. And how he applied, because Kamaru Usman was pretty much trying to back up Leon Edwards, and Leon Edwards kept throwing the leg kicks. Leon Edwards was throwing kicks to the body. Leon Edwards was landing all types of strikes against Kamaru Usman, kind of pushing Kamaru Usman back a little bit. And he did a hell of a job, especially in the takedown defense. Kamaru really wasn't able to take down Leon Edwards all that much. He did a hell of a job, pretty much keep the fight standing. And he pretty much 49-46 Kamaru Usman. And I don't think that Belal has that kind of pressure that Kamaru Usman has. A prime Kamaru Usman has some of the greatest pressure that that we've ever seen. He is an amazing pressure fighter who is always trying to back you down. The only time that he never was able to back somebody down was against Colby Covington. But even against Leon, Leon is great on the back foot. Leon can strike going backwards. He throws leg kicks. He throws kicks to the body. He throws out the jab. He throws out combinations when he needs to. And Leon Edwards does enough to win rounds. And that's what he did against Colby Covington. It was a very boring fight. Very boring display of fighting, in my opinion, by Leon Edwards. But he did enough to win the fight. And we could see the same thing this Saturday against Belal Muhammad. I think Belal Muhammad is going to have a better fight than Colby Covington against Leon Edwards, but still, I think that Leon is going to do just enough to win the rounds that matter. And I think the first round I think will be the only round that he possibly loses. I think he wins the rest of the fight, though. I think he keeps it standing. I think even if he's on the back foot, which I don't even think that he will be on the back foot, I think that Leon is not going to let Belal back him up, because why would he let somebody like a Belal Muhammad who has pillow hands back him up? I mean, literally, his only TKO victory was against a guy that was standing as Sean Brady. I don't think you should be scared of the power of Belal Muhammad unless he lands on you very cleanly and knocks you out cold or somehow, some way. I don't think that Belal Muhammad's going to do that, though. He just does not have the power to put somebody's lights out. We have never seen that. There has been no evidence of that from Belal Muhammad. And later on, as the fight goes on, he's going to get more tired and more tired and more tired. And Leon is going to be able to go all the 5 rounds. I'm not saying that Belal can't go 5 rounds and he has bad cardio, but I think the later the fight goes, I think the better it is for Leon Edwards. I think Leon Edwards, and listen, he has the crowd on his side. He has this thunderous UK crowd that's going to back him with everything. They're going to back him at the press conference. They're going to back him at the weigh-ins and on fight night. And he's going to utilize all that momentum that the crowd is giving him to, I think, win these. It's not because of the crowd, but I just think that he's just a better fighter. He's just an overall better fighter. He's a way much better striker. I think that he's going to be able to back up Belal Muhammad in many moments. He's going to be able to stuff the takedowns. I think in the second round is where he really starts to pick up the pace somewhat, where he's going to be able to inch and take rounds away from Belal Muhammad. Belal will really have to keep up the pace for the full 5 rounds and not really let on. He will have to pretty much go from 100% from the beginning to the very end. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. I doubt he does. I think that by rounds 3, 2, it's going to be, I think, a Leon round where Leon is not going to be on the back foot. At first, he might be on the back foot a little bit, but I think he's going to be able to have Belal Muhammad on the back foot. He's not going to let Belal Muhammad take him down or pressure fight him or anything like that. And I think Leon is going to have a very good definitive second round. And I think it's going to be the same way where in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, we're going to probably still see some takedown attempts by Belal at some moments, because that's like probably the way that he wins, is by taking him down to probably just keep him there and stealing rounds from Leon. But Leon is going to, I think, be able to output him enough, just a little bit more. You know what I mean? Just enough for him to win these rounds, and I think he's going to win by unanimous decision, 49-46. Belal Muhammad, listen, like I said, he's 36 years old. He is not, I don't know, I wouldn't say that he's in his prime right now. But Leon Edwards, you could say that he is damn near pretty much at the peak of his powers right now. I mean, I guess you could say that, to me, peak Leon Edwards was against Kamaru Usman in the trilogy fight. That was peak Leon Edwards. But that was, what, just about a year ago, I believe, at this point now? I don't know how long it's been since he's fought Kamaru Usman. It's been such a long time since that fight has happened, I believe. Wait, I think it's been like a year and a half since that fight has happened. But anyway, and he's only 32 years old. He's still relatively young. Belal is 4 years older than him. And I think that is to Leon's advantage. And I think he's going to win by unanimous decision. So that is my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Peace out.